On the panel, we also have the CEO of Business News, formerly WA Business News, Charlie Gunningham. Charlie is a co-founder and former president of E-Group, past president of the GMA UWA MBA alumni, and chair of an independent public school. He also lectures in e-business on the MBA program at UWA Business School. Charlie likes to spend as much time as possible among the high-tech startup community in Perth and is passionate about how business can harness the power of digital. Welcome, Charlie Gunningham.
Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, everybody. Thought I could sing a song here. What do you reckon, Rick? In fact, it was Easter 1999. Rick, you may remember. I was teaching at Hale School. I'd just finished my MBA. I just found out I'd topped the school. I'd never won any academic prize in my life. I rang my dad back in England and he said, "We sent you to all those expensive private schools and you've never won an academic prize." I said, "Is that your way, Dad, of saying well done?" He said, "Yes." And it was around that time, Easter 99, that actually your son was in my management and marketing class at Hale. And we wanted to arrange some trips out to businesses, and we actually arranged a trip to Rick Hart. And you had a fantastic day where you all came down and you walked us around, and that was fantastic. Thank you very much for that. But it was at that time, back full-time teaching, that I was enjoying the teaching, always had, but having done the MBA, I wanted to go and do something else. And I was walking down a beach in Esperance, beautiful sandy beach, around that time, and I'd been fairly quiet for a couple of days, so my wife knew something was up. And I said, "I've just got to go and do something else." And before the words came out of my mouth, she said, "Go do it. What's stopping you?" And really, that's the question I want to leave with you. We all run businesses, and I run businesses. You want to do something, it's a new product, it's a startup launch, it's a new area, it's a new geographical territory, it's a little bit of risk. I'd like to leave you with what's stopping you. I turned to her and said, "Aren't you going to talk me out of this?" Because I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I just knew that although I liked teaching, I wanted to go and do something else. And I met this crazy guy called Nick, who's a Swiss guy who grew up in New York. Some of you know him, who actually came up with the idea for AussieHome.com. And we went to some MBA professors, and back in '99, if you had an MBA and a .com idea and a pulse, people threw money at you. So it was a .com boom. We raised money pretty quickly. And before I knew it, I was walking into John Inverarity's, the headmaster then, office. I remember it was the 9th of the 9th, 99, very spooky date. There was also a partial eclipse of the sun the same day. It was very spooky. And I resigned and said, "I've got to go and do this." And John goes, "Oh, why don't you, you can go and do both?" And I said, no, I don't think it'd be fair to Hale, and I wouldn't be fair to the idea. I've got to give it a go. And really, what's to lose? If it doesn't work, I'd look a bit foolish. I go back to teaching. But I always felt a bit of a fraud teaching, because I was teaching business, and your son, I hope he's still okay. He's done well. But I'd never been in business. I was an economics graduate, but I was teaching business and marketing, to Rick Hart's son and others. Like many teachers, music teachers think they've got an album in them, and an English teacher think they've got a novel in them. I suppose most business teachers think they've got a business in them. I did, and it's turned out great, and I'd love to talk to anybody about digital disruption, because that is fascinating. I will talk for the rest of the time if you don't shut me up, and I'll now stop. Thank you.